When my brother was born with albinism, there was so much chaos. Actually, my parents were almost breaking up because of my grandmother. She was telling my dad that his wife had cheated on him with a white man. So it was a big problem for him. But my grandfather remembered that he had had a story that back in their lineage, there were white people. That's what he said. Wow. So he said maybe they have come back, you know.
Hey everybody, my name is Angie Morenga. You're watching Lifestyle Thursday. Happy Jamhuri Day. And I love that it's the day of self-governance, the day that Kenya became independent and went into self-governance. And it's amazing that I love what Florence has brought out of that, it was a season of self-governance. And but therefore you were saying that some of these children, their parents, you will not even allow them to sort of think for themselves. That's what you were saying.
Yeah, you know, Angie, albinism, when I see someone does not understand, I really feel it, because it's, you know, it's not easy. Even some doctors, when children with albinism are being born in the hospital, the nurses, all the nurses come there to watch. You see this, what is this? Because the eyes are a bit peculiar, as Dr. Choksi will say. So before they see the white, also some check the eyes. If you're very keen, you will not trust, you know, when you see the eyes, the movement, the color, it's sometimes we call it weird, yeah, because of lack of melanin. So it scares and it's hard to understand. And even when, that's why you'll realize most children are orphans, not because their parents have died or anything. When the father leaves, at some point also the mother leaves, you know, because she's afraid. Even some parents, young parents, I've seen some of the parents, young parents below 30, when they give birth to children with albinism, they leave them at the hospital because they also fail to understand. They say what they have given birth to, you know. So the ignorance starts from the family level.
I don't have any words to say. But you seem to have achieved self-governance in this season of governance.
Yeah, because of the people that I have associated myself with, people that have been there for us, like Dr. Choksi. Trust me, I've seen change in my... Actually, when we were seated outside, I was telling her, before I joined the foundation, I knew I had content. I knew I can speak for myself, but I did not have the courage to do so. Dr. Choksi has given us that confidence with such beautiful glasses, you know, and someone that you know is there for you as your, someone who understands albinism, someone who knows your real challenge is in the eyes and not in the brain. You know, for Dr. Choksi, she says, with all the melanin that we lack in the eyes, the skin and the hair, it's all concentrated in our brain. You know, and that makes you, as much as it's not really scientific, it makes you feel so much confidence.
Yes.
You know, so being with her, it has given me that independence, the self-governance that we have today in Jamhuri Day. Like, I feel that I have wings. She has given us the wings, because I believe glasses and education are the only two things that any child with albinism needs.
But let me come back to that before, because you said that the government will sort of, I don't know whether it's, they urge you to do education. Yes. So what if I want to do something else?
You know, what happens, there is what happens after high school, the government has given, like most people with disabilities, if you get a C+ and above, you can go to university. That is directly like a B+ person. So the government gives you, you know how parallel is expensive, right? Yes. So most people take that, even if you wanted to be a lawyer or something, you will take that, and they give you the option of education. And mostly they mostly give special education. So you have to really fight for it to get the normal education, the regular education. Like for me, I had to change it like twice. First, I was given special education, then they shifted me to childhood education. I refused, then they gave me the other.
So we definitely need somebody out there. This is Jamhuri Day. Kenya gains self-governance. We need somebody to lobby and to create policy. And if the government is listening, please allow these. All the melanin is in the brain. They are fine, they're intelligent, and they are bright people. And let them prove themselves, you know. We cannot be, I don't know how many 50 years after independence and we're doing this thing. So I really pray that somebody would listen. Give them opportunities to do the education. And then you said, Dr. Choksi, that people can they can sponsor children.
Yes.
So they can sponsor 10 children, 5 children, 15 children. I guess they work out the school fees. They'll meet with Florence, and then they can work out the school fees. But Florence, you didn't tell me your own experience with albinism.
Actually, growing up with albinism, in the people who are born, say 90s and below, because I am born 89, so I had the experience. You know, that time there was so much ignorance, especially in the villages. So when my uncle, they gave birth to children with albinism 5 years after us, or I think 6-7 years after us. So when my brother was born with albinism, there was so much chaos. Actually, my parents were almost breaking up because of my grandmother. She was telling my dad that his wife had cheated on him with a white man. So it was a big problem for him. But my grandfather remembered that he had had a story that back in their lineage, there were white people. That's what he said. Wow. So he said maybe they have come back, you know. You know, with albinism, it can come even 10 years later.
Yes.
You don't have, even in your family, it might be there. It might come 5 years or 10 years later. So that's how it is, because it's a genetic issue. So, well, when I was born, so you see, he was taken to a school for the blind because of ignorance. Then in the village, people would see us so differently. They would not trust us. I remember, because that time I used to have long hair. When I go to the salon, people would not want to blow dry my hair, because they thought if they put the dryer on my hair, then I would melt down. You know, they thought I'm saying the dummies in the supermarket, the plastics. So if they put a blow dry in my hair, I would melt down. And then I was also ashamed of wearing like skirts or dresses, because when people see my legs, they start screaming, "Oh my God, they're so white. Maybe she was burnt by her mom or something," you know. So there are also name calling, which is there still. You see, people call, like nowadays, people call us Pesa, millions, you know.
Why?
Because of selling of body parts of people with albinism. You know, a body of a person with albinism is approximated at $75,000. So people, when they see us, they call us names like Money. We are also called Mzungus, Johnny, which I don't know what it means.
I think
it's
the British Army in the
UK.
Yeah.
Yes, there is also another, actually that one is used in the Swahili dictionary. When you look at Zeru Zeru, Zeru Zeru means someone with albinism. And you know, Zeru Zeru in Swahili, it means a ghost. Like in Coast, people call us Zeru Zeru. And when you go to the Kamusi, it defines a ghost, because they say we are the way we are born mysteriously in a black family, and then we disappear, not die. So they associate us with ghosts. So there are so many myths. Actually, in our new brochure, when it comes, because it has been printed, only that we've not gotten the copies, you'll see she has come up with some of the myths that are associated with albinism.
They're demystifying all the myths that are there.
So good,
yeah.
Dr. Choksi.
So people have their own belief on what albinism is. And sometimes growing up, people would think that when they touch us, they would become like us. So someone would greet you and do this, you know. Even a very big person, they'll greet you and then they wipe their hands. Or when they just say hi and then they move so that you don't give them your hand. So it's really tough. And that's why I think the first thing that people should give us is empower us with confidence, you know. Because without confidence, trust me, so many social things can kill you. Kill a person with albinism, because our biggest challenge is socially. So that's why I believe
social stigma.
Yes, it's a lot.
Wow,
considering that this is Africa and we are born kind of white. Wow. So it's so hard to understand how you give birth to a white child, you know. So, and you know, not most of our parents are learned. So that also is an issue. Even some parents, up to this age, they don't understand why their children are like that. They cannot explain. They just say, I just got them, you know.
But we know it's a genetic condition, and both of you have to have that gene in order to produce this.
And Angie, I just wanted to add, when people consider about health, they only look at the physical health, the physical aspect. You know, there are mental aspects, emotional aspects, social aspects, even spiritual aspects to healthy person. You know? So my children actually suffer more from, you know, the social issues. And the social issues. Sometimes even their spirituality is this, because they wonder why God created them like this, you know. That it's also sometimes it's very difficult, because the society, the way it treats people with albinism is really, so sometimes even initially when I used to say, you know, I used to see some really beautiful girl, and I would sort of bring her close hug, and I saw them, you know, they would put their heads on my shoulder, because, you know, nobody had ever, and especially an Indian woman in a sari, they'd probably never seen somebody before. They were never taken to an eye specialist before. So, you know, coming to an Indian eye specialist, coming to Aga Khan Hospital, probably the parents never took them to even public hospitals any time before, coming to Aga Khan Hospital. And when I took them near, you know, the way that's time actually my heart really feels that whatever I can do for this child, let me do today before the child leaves my office.
It's so true. And today we're saying it's Jamhuri Day, and Dr. Choksi was saying we should have a campaign of each one, reach one. So maybe you can explain it.
People with not only the motto of my foundation is help ever, hurt never. Our belief is service to humanity is service to God, and our vision is a society in which people with albinism are accepted, empowered, and appreciated, and to realize also to be able to unlock their potential. So this help ever, hurt never initiative of ours, we want later on to go to children with disabilities, orphan children, children from underprivileged backgrounds, underprivileged families, or low socioeconomic background. So I wish if world could accept this, and the adults, each one reach one child out of this group, either an orphan or a disabled child or an albino child or a street child or somebody, just each one reach one, and we might move mountains, because there's a Kenyan...
I'm sure we'll move mountains.
And there's a Kenyan proverb that this earth we have not inherited from our ancestors, we have borrowed it from our children. Let us give our children a beautiful life, and I want my albino children to have the best life ever.
Excellent. And I'm sure you're very grateful for meeting Dr. Choksi. And Dr. Choksi, I'm very grateful for knowing you, very grateful that you shared here with us, and we're going to continue the interview with Miss Albinism. Is it 2019? East Africa?
2018.
2018, and it's an East Africa-wide assessment. Wow, so I'm looking forward to hearing from that. So Lifestyle Thursday, it's the season for giving, it's the season of Christmas, so search your heart and see who you can reach. And like Dr. Choksi said, maybe you can reach a child with albinism, a child from a poor family, a disabled child, just a child that doesn't have everything else, or the odds are already against them. And the mark of true leadership is to be consistent. Self-governance, you know, because that's what we're celebrating today, is to be consistent with whatever it is you start, do it for the long haul. God bless you. It was really a great honor to meet you, Florence.
Thank you. It was an honor too.
But thank you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Okay. God bless.